A great teacher once said, knowledge is not wisdom. Knowledge put into action is wisdom. So we've been talking about a lot of things for the past couple of weeks. Those are actually coming under the category of knowledge. But when you put those into action, that transforms into wisdom. So if I ask you this question, did you have the opportunity, did you have the chance to put that knowledge into wisdom by actually doing it in your day-to-day lives? Whenever you feel different types of emotions, were you able to think it through this great truth? If so, then you have gained wisdom. So after listening to these short sermons, why don't you apply it in your day-to-day lives? Why don't you think about it when you're dealing with your children, when you're dealing with your siblings, your parents, loved ones, and your colleagues, your spouse, when you're dealing with them, when you're living with them in your life? Apply this truth, apply this knowledge, put it into action so that your life becomes the laboratory that you research this great truth. So, we've been talking about anger for some time now. And what did we talk about? We talked that anger can be managed. Did we? No. We talked that anger is not something to be managed. We discussed that anger is something that you need to understand. Just by understanding, you get rid of anger. You get the deliverance, the true deliverance from anger. And we discussed about the guilt, about the remorse that you feel afterwards. Whenever you act according to the anger, aftermath is always disastrous. And we talk about how to have a guilt-free conscience by using this great truth. You know, in my lay life, I had everything. Because even though I'm wearing this white color robe, I lived your life. I was there. I was there in front of the phone. I was there in front of the computer, watching the clips like this, exploring the world. And I know. So, otherwise you might think, what would this lady know about the life? I lived it. More than half of my life. I lived it for a long time. When I was there, I searched for something. I know we are all searching for it. Otherwise, you would ask yourself this question, why am I watching this video? Because you are searching for happiness. You might know it, you might not know it, but that's the truth, that you are searching for happiness, because I did. I searched for happiness in my lay life, and to tell you the truth, I found it. I found the happiness that was covered with a huge crown, a tiara called IF, the Tiara of IF. If my loved ones agreed with me in situations, if they loved me, I was happy. If they cooked me something that I liked for dinner, I was happy. If they invited me if one of my friends invited me for a dinner party, I was happy. If they threw me a surprise birthday party, of course I was happy. If they talked with me, they smiled with me, the person that I loved the most, if they cared about me, I was happy. I was happy. But always there was this tiara that I wore. I was the queen of my life with the tiara of IF. Because my happiness was conditional. It had this conditional clause called if. I could not get rid of that tiara. I tried many ways, but always that clause was there. The tiara was there. I was the queen, and I thought that tiara was made out of pearls and gems, precious stones. But turns out it was a thorn tiara. If someone gave me something that I love or like, I was happy. If they were unable to give me that, then I was unhappy. Don't you think that happiness is conditional? Do you think that is the real happiness that you are after? Don't sell yourself short. That is not the true happiness, the true salvation. That tiara is made out of thorns. Because always, when I couldn't get what I like, I was unhappy. I felt disappointed. I felt dissatisfied. I felt like I want to do more. I felt like I want more. So I always searched. I searched for something that I never found. But then I found this teacher, the great teacher that I found in my life, taught me that I was after a conditional happiness and taught me how to find the unconditional happiness. That day I learned how to get rid of that tiara that I was wearing in my head. The tiara of if. My teacher taught me how to become unshaken in front of the materialistic things, the objects, the people that you care the most. When they don't care, when they ignore you, if someone try to belittle you, when someone try to blame you, accuse you for something that you didn't do, when someone betray you, when someone makes you feel that you're no good, in those situations, in the face of these adversities, this truth showed me how to be unshaken, how to be resilient, how to be patient. It was, believe me, it was effortless. When you understand this, you don't need to put an effort to be patient. You are patient. You don't need to put effort to be resilient. You don't need to bear it. Grin and bearing becomes something else. You just become unshaken. You just become, your vocabulary changes. You start to think, so what? So what? You shrug your shoulders and say, so? Nothing can harm you. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing can shake you. That if is no longer there in your life. You are happy regardless. That is the unconditional happiness, and that is what we are after. That is the path to Nibbana. That is what we've been discussing so far, little by little. We've been discussing about this for some time now. So today also I have something to show you. So I brought you something. It is a pen that one of my friends gave me. So I remember I was this person in my life. I wanted to collect the things that my loved ones gave me. I was so attached to those objects that gave me a sentimental feeling, sentimental value. For example, the ring that one of my loved ones gave me. And there was this mug that was a present from my parents, and I kept it with me, and I didn't want to drink water or tea in it because I wanted to protect it. So I kept it in a cupboard, a cabinet, Don't you have such instances where you keep all those glassware crystals in your cupboards without using because those are my grandma's crystals? Those are my grandma's crystals. We never use it. Why? Because those are so precious for you. I was that person. I always gave a lot of care about those things because those reminded me of the people, the love that we shared, how much they cared about me. That made me happy. So, when I was talking about this pen, you can think of anything in your life that gives you this happiness. So, let's think about this pen for a moment. So, this is the pen that one of my friends gave me. So, it has this cap and tip of the pen, the tip. And then I have this ink tube and a barrel. So when all these parts get together, we call it a pen. So what is a pen then? The collection of all these constituent elements. Do you agree with me? So what really happened was, this friend told me it's okay to use it, so I started using the pen. And after a while, this tip got damaged. What to do? So I had to remove this tip and get another tip from another pen. So what I did was I got another tip from another pen. It was black, but it was okay. I was using it. And then after a while, the clip got damaged. So it got wore off. So I removed this one and I used a different. So this clip I applied because that clip got damaged. So now after a while I had to remove the barrel as well because the barrel was broken. So I got a new barrel. So I put that barrel and it was a good pen. I was using it. But then the ink became finished. So I didn't want to throw the pen away, so I used a different ink tube. So now, after a few months, what do you think I had here? It's a pen. Still, you can write with it. It's a pen, of course. But I'll ask you a small question, okay? Think about this. Is it a new pen that I have here? Because as you saw, time to time, I replaced all these parts in the pen. And now I still have the pen that my friend gave me. I can write with it, but I'm asking you a question. This one is black, of course. I'm asking you a question. Is it a new pen? You might say, no, ma'am, it's not a new pen because I never bought a new pen, did I? I didn't go to the shop and ask for a pen and paid money and got it. I never bought a new pen. So this is not a new one. I was using it all throughout. I was using the pen that my friend gave me all throughout. I'll ask you another question. Is it the old pen that I'm holding? Is it the pen that my friend gave me? Is it the old one? You might say, can't be, because none of the constituent parts are here anymore, because this clip got changed, replaced, and the tip got replaced as well, and this tube got replaced, and the barrel got replaced as well. So then it can't be the old pen, can it? So then what is it? What is it that I'm holding right now? Is it the old pen? Is it the new pen? This is a contradiction, don't you think? Where is the pen? Am I asking the right question from you all? Ladies and gentlemen, think about this for a moment. Am I asking the right question? I say that the question is wrong because there was never a pen to begin with. Was there? There was never a pen to begin with. It was just some parts that got together in a certain arrangement, and you thought it was a pen. Where was this pen that we were all worried about, that gave you the sentimental value that your friend gave you the pen? Of course, your friend did. Where is that pen? To begin with, there was never a pen. Pen was not here. So when this part and these parts, all these parts got together in a certain arrangement, that means the ink tube got inside the barrel, and then the tip got here, and then the clip. All those parts got arranged in a certain arrangement, and this arrangement was what was there. And then the parts got replaced and arranged in another arrangement. So, was there a pen? Is there a pen? Ask this question from yourself. The pen is the illusion. The pen is the concept. The conceptual world that you live in gives you the idea of the pen. But there was never a pen. It was just some arrangement of those parts. We call it the arrangement of causes that gives off the effect. The effect of a pen was there. I don't deny that. The effect was there, but there was never an entity called a pen. But I was attached to my friend's pen. I mean, that was so valuable for me. Think about the ring that your husband gave you. Think about that necklace that your boyfriend bought you. And that precious t-shirt that your sister gave you. The things that you love the most. The things that you wanted to protect, that gave you the fear of losing. Gave you that, the tiara of IF that you wear, that you wore. Depending on your understanding, ladies and gentlemen, maybe you are still wearing that crown of IF. Maybe you have come across this Dhamma and you have started applying it and you got rid of the tiara of IF. It all depends on your comprehension of this truth. But when you understand this, that there was no pen to begin with, the anger that you felt, the disappointment that you felt, the frustration, the feeling of fear of losing it, disappears with it. Disappears just like that. Like the dewdrops. When the sunshine is there, it fades away. That is the unconditional happiness. A pen cannot shake you. The things that you own, the things that you don't own, the things that other people have that you don't, those cannot shake you. When the person that you love the most at your high school, there is this crush that you like the most, and that person doesn't look at you but talks with another girl or maybe a boy. So you get this feeling that why don't they talk with me? Why doesn't he talk with me or smile with me? That feeling comes because you are ignorant, because we are ignorant, because we don't know this truth. when you understand this, that tiara of if becomes disappeared and you become free. You become free from these shackles that bound you all throughout your sansar, all throughout your life. You might not know that you are after the conditional happiness. You might not know that true happiness, the unconditional happiness, is the one that you need. You might not know that. But that is what you need. That is what you're after. That is what you're after. That is what we are all after. The unconditional happiness. But we don't know how to acquire it. That's the problem. It's like living in the living room and working on something in your computer, and then someone comes and tells you, why didn't you put the lights on? It's very dark inside. Is it? You're asking. Oh, okay, put the lights on. And then someone switch on the lights and all of a sudden the entire room is lightened up and it's easy to watch, it's easy to read now. But you didn't know that, did you? Until someone turned it on. Someone turned on that light in me, my teachers. Someone showed me this path. Until that point, I thought I was living in the light. Until I saw that real light, then I understood I was living in the darkness. Until someone told me, I thought the real happiness was the conditional happiness. If they do this, if they do that, if they give me what I like, then I'll be happy. If I have everything that I like the most, then I'll be happy. But then someone turned on that light and I understood, wow, there is something called unconditional happiness. Why didn't I go after that before? I mean, this is what I wanted. Unshaken happiness. Happiness that whatever happens in your life, you don't cry. You don't get tears. Nothing can give you grief. Those nights that you feel sleepless, that you're overburdened with the problems in your life and you can't sleep. You cry until you sleep. The mornings are really miserable. Have you had those days? Those days will be long gone, because when you understand this, nothing in this materialistic world, no one can hurt you. You become unshakable. So think about this and remember, knowledge is not wisdom. Knowledge put into action is wisdom. So now you know this. Apply this in your day-to-day lives. Try to think everything through this lens, and you will become what my teachers have become. You will achieve the true deliverance, true salvation. Let's meet again in a couple of weeks.